Okay guys, in today's session we are going to discuss about the application of a Gauss law. What is the Gauss law first? So Gauss law is just defined like this. As we know, Gauss law 5 is equal to integration E dot dA is equal to Q enclosed upon epsilon over a surface. Okay, so this is the basic statements of a Gauss law. Now out of this we have a total 4 applications. Let's we discuss with the we starts with the first one. The electric field produced due to the any symmetrical geometry. Electric field produces the uniform symmetrical geometry. Okay, so for that is the uses of a Gauss law. Now first application, electric field produced due to infinite uniformly charged long wire. Uniformly charged long wire. Okay, infinite long wire actually. Electric field produced due to infinite uniformly charged long wire. Infinite long uniformly charged wire. So that is a very useful equation which is derived by the using of Gauss law. Actually we derived this relation in the previous sessions, okay, but at that time we are using the Coulomb's law. Now we are using the Gauss law. Let's see, suppose you consider any infinite long wire. Consider, suppose this is the infinite long wire. Consider it is a positively charged, maybe consider, suppose this wire is a positively charged. Its charge density is called lambda. So lambda is a linear charge density. Okay, that's just a assumption. Now suppose you have to finding out the electric field at some distance, at some distance r from this wire, at a perpendicular distance r, and this at point P. Suppose you have to finding out this electric field produced due to this wire at a point P. This position of point P is at a perpendicular distance r from the wire. Okay, so for this purpose, what are you doing? You just consider, suppose this type of situation. Here the small section dx of the wire, and at the same distance you consider another section here. Okay, this section is also what, dx. Okay, so here some small element of dx is considered, here some small element dx is considered on this wire, and due to this wire electric field produced at this point, due to this section, we understand it, due to this section some electric field produced here, suppose E. Okay, and if you consider this one, then here electric field is in this direction, that's again E. Why? Because both are same one. Okay, so magnitude is same, only directions different. So for this you consider this angle is theta. This angle is what? Theta. So here there's two components. First one is this one, means consider this is a E1 component and here it is E2. So similar way you just take a component of this second one, here also E1 and E2 components are same. So E2 cancel out, only E1 is remaining, means one component is remaining, one perpendicular component is cancel out. Otherwise you consider that's E parallel, and E2 is E perpendicular. So here when you just go through this full wire, if you find this electric field produced due to this wire at this point P, then E perpendicular cancel out. Why? Both the electric field components are opposite to each other, equal in magnitude, opposite to each other and equal in magnitude. So perpendicular components are cancelled out, only this parallel components are remaining. So whenever you just want to find the electric field due to this long wire, we only find this parallel component. Okay, when you integrate this whole this one, so perpendicular components is cancelled here. Okay, so let's we write here. So due to symmetry, perpendicular component of electric field is cancelled out. Okay, only this parallel components is remaining. Parallel components means this parallel, the parallel to R, parallel to R, but this means we count this components only. Okay, so here E net is equal to parallel component of electric field. But which parallel component? Parallel component to the R. Actually, if you consider wire, then this E parallel is a for perpendicular wire. Okay, वायर का कंपाउंड्स कैसा है परपेंडिकुलर, बट हमको यही काउंट करना है. ठीक है, तो इस तरह से हमका अपना एक कंपाउंड्स तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा. नाउ लेट्स वी जस्ट ड्रॉ दिस फिगर अगेन. ओनली वी काउंट दिस पैरेलल कंपोनेंट्स. Okay, so let's be drawing the same figure to derive this relation. So this is the infinite long wire. Okay, from here you just consider one point P somewhere here. At what distance? R. At what distance this point P is present? R. And here E is along only this direction. E is along only this direction. Now you choose the Gaussian surface. If you have to derive the relation, derive the relation by the using of Gauss law, then first you choose the Gaussian surface. As we discussed in the previous session, if you have a line charge, then which type of Gaussian surface are considered? Means which type of Gaussian surface is selected here. So you just choose the cylindrical Gaussian surface as we discussed. Okay, so let's choose the cylindrical Gaussian surface. Consider this type of cylindrical Gaussian surface. Okay, that is a one closed surface. Gives a name, that is a Gaussian surface. Radius of this cylinder is R and length of the cylinder is considered L. Length of the cylinder is what? L, and radius is what? R. So this is the Gaussian surface for the infinite long wire. Okay, now use this law. So how much flux, how many surfaces are here? So first surface is this one, second surface is this one, and third surface is this one. So total 3 surfaces. How many surfaces? 3. First, let's we give us name. First surface, second surface, and third surface. If you consider this first surface, then electric field is along this direction. Okay, electric field is along this direction. Area vector is along this direction. What is angle? 90 degree. If you consider this third surface, electric field along this direction as we discuss here. Okay, only this component, and area vector is along this direction. What is angle again? 90 degree. For this second surface, electric vector is this way, electric field is along this direction. If you consider this small section, then area vector is also in the same direction. So here in this case both are in the same direction. This one and this one are perpendicular to each other. So from this figure, have you just get the answer for the flux? So from figure phi1 is equal to phi3 is equal to 0. Why? Because theta is equal to pi by 2. What is this flux? Flux is equal to E dot A, means E into A into cos theta. Theta is pi by 2, so cos pi by 2 0. So flux linked with the first surface and the third surface is 0. Now we just count the flux linked with the second surface. So what is the flux linked with the second surface? So phi 2 is equal to E dot A is equal to E into A cos 0. E is E, we don't know, you just write down E is equal to E. Okay, and what is the area of this area of the second surface? Area of this second surface. So this area of a circular surface of this cylinder, that's 2 pi RL. So this is equal to what? 2 pi RL. This one is area. Consider it as the equation number 1. So from this, what is net flux? Net flux 5 is equal to phi1 plus 2 plus 3. So phi net is equal to E into 2 pi RL. Equation number 1. Equation number 1. Now use this law. Okay, integration E dot dA is equal to Q enclosed upon epsilon naught. So what is phi here? What is phi? Phi is equal to E into 2 pi RL, as we discussed. Now it is equal to Q enclosed upon epsilon naught. Now let we have to finding out the Q enclosed within this surface. So means this much of charge, only this much of charge is inside. This charge and this charge is outside. Only this charge is inside. Okay. So what is total charge? So use this charge density concept. So total charge enclosed by Gaussian surface. We have to finding out. So use the lambda concept. So lambda is equal to what? Q upon L. What is lambda? Q upon L. So we just count it for this length. What is this length? L. So from this Q enclosed is equal to lambda into length. What is the length of cylinder? Length of cylinder is small l. So length of cylinder smaller. That's the equation number 2. Now use the Gauss law. So by using Gauss law. What is Gauss law? This one. What is Gauss law? This one. So use this law. We get this answer finally. So by using this law, phi is equal to Q enclosed upon epsilon naught. What is phi? Phi is what? E into 2 pi RL is equal to what is Q enclosed? Lambda into L upon epsilon naught. So here if anything is cancelled, then cancel it. So L cancel out. L is cancel out. So answer is what? From this, phi is equal to lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught into 1 upon R. That is the equation. Sorry, E, my mistake. E is equal to. Okay. Now just you rearrange the some terms. So you multiply by 2 and divide by 2. So your answer is what? E is equal to multiply by 2 and lambda upon 4 pi epsilon. So here divide by, so 2 into 2, 4 into 1 upon R, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. That's a K. So what is answer? So electric field due to long wire is equal to 2K lambda upon R. So this is the one important equation for us. Okay, this is also correct, this one is, but we remember the second format. Electric field produced due to infinite long uniformly charged wire E is equal to 2K lambda upon R. Okay, means this electric field is decreases as the distance is increases, 1 upon R. Okay, so from this actually we write some notes here. E proportional to 1 upon R. It means R is increases, then E is decreases. What is the relation? 1 upon R. It means their change is hyperbolically. Okay, if you draw the graph, if you try to draw the graph E versus R, then its change is as per the 1 upon R. Okay, which means hyperbola. So here E proportional to 1 upon R, and the shape of this graph is a hyperbola. Okay, so that is one special notes for all of you. You must be note this graph in your books properly. You just derive this full relation, means you write the derivation in your books. Okay, then after we are go to this next one. Okay, all of you guys note this. Okay guys, second application, electric field produced due to large uniformly charged sheet. Okay, that's you have a large sheet, uniformly charged large sheet. Sheet means area. Sheet means what? Area. Here we use the same Gauss law. Let's see. Suppose you have a large sheet, consider. That is large sheet actually. Okay, and this sheet is positively charged. consider this sheet is positively charged, and the charge density is considered sigma. Okay, so sigma is equal to charged density. Okay, and this we have some area, here. So this charge density of this one is a aerial charge, a surface charge. Actually area means what? Surface. You just write here surface, no problem, surface charge density. So for this purpose, you have to derive this relation. You just using the same concept, Gauss law. Before you are going to start such derivation, you would draw the any Gaussian surface. So for plane sheet, we have two types of Gaussian surface. Maybe we choose a cylinder, or maybe choose a parallel piped. Okay, so let's we draw this parallel piped, actually rectangular, this type. Okay, because this type of parallel pipe, rectangular parallel pipe, which is on a both sides. So this is Gaussian surface for us. This is what? Gaussian surface for us. Now we have how many faces here are present? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Total 6 faces. So write down this for face 1, face 2, this front face 3, back face 4, top face 5 and bottom face 6. Total we have 6 faces. Okay, if you consider this situation, then electric field due to this large is just outside from this one. So let's we draw this electric field also here. So for this face number 1, for this phase 1, electric field is along this direction. Okay, and area vector is also along this direction. So both have a same direction. If you consider the second phase, then electric field is perpendicular to the sheet and area vector is perpendicular to the face. So like this. If you consider the third phase, means front face. So for third phase, area vector is coming out. Okay, and electric field is made like this. It means angle is what? 90 degree. Okay, for this back sheet, area vector is inside, electric field is like this. So again angle is what? 90 degree. If you consider the top face, then electric field is maybe along this one or this one, but area vector is here. So angle is what right now? Again 90 degree. If you consider this bottom face, then area vector is downward, electric field is like this. So again what is angle? 90 degree. So for these 4 phases, flux linked is what? 0, because of theta is equal to what? 0. So what is the flux linked with this Gaussian surface? So let's we write flux linked with Gaussian surfaces. So phi net is equal to phi 1 plus phi 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. We have total 6 phases. Out of these 6 phases, as we know, 5, 3 is equal to 4 is equal to 5 is equal to 6 is equal to 0. Why? Because theta is equal to pi by 2. So write down the remaining terms here. So what is 5 net? Phi 1 means first phase. What is this angle? 0. E into area. Consider this area, this area. This area is equal to A. So E into A. Angle is 0. So cos 0 plus second phase this much. This area is same as this one. So both are same. Angle between E and A for this one is what? 0 degree. So again write down E into A into cos 0 plus this all are 0. Okay. So EA plus EA. 2EA. So what is this net flux? So net flux is equal to 2EA, equation number 1. Now you derive the relation electric field. Here is electric field produced by this infinite sheet. Okay, non-conducting sheet. So what we are doing here, see, very simple. If you consider this situation, then you just find the charge enclosed within this cylinder, means this one. If you have to draw this one, then this much of charge is enclosed by this surface. Okay, so how much charge? Just to use the charge density concept, so charge enclosed by the surface, so enclosed charge, so sigma is equal to q upon area. So area is again this area and this area both are same because it is rectangular parallelepiped. Okay, so from this, what is q enclosed? Q enclosed, it is equal to sigma into area, sigma into area. So this is our answer. Consider it is equation number 2. What is this? Equation number 2. So use the Gauss law from equation number 1 and 2. So by Gauss law, by using Gauss law from equation 1 and 2, 5 is equal to q enclosed upon epsilon. What is 5? 2EA. So that is 2EA is equal to, what is q enclosed? Sigma into A. So sigma into A upon epsilon naught. Here A is cancelled out and this 2 is comes in a denominator. So what is the answer of electric field? So electric field is equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. Sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. So this is the electric field produced due to this infinite sheet. Okay, and if you want a direction, then you just write in vector form. In vector form, you write the same relation. E is equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon naught into n unit vector, where n unit vector is the direction of electric field perpendicular to this plane, perpendicular to the plane. Okay, if you consider right hand side, direction is this one. If you consider left hand side, direction is this one. Okay, it depends on which side you have to consider. So here n is the direction of electric field. N is what? Unit vector along a electric field. Okay, so this is one equation, and we have to write some notes about this equation. See, here we just choose. Here we choose, suppose the length of cylinder is L. Suppose, but here in equation length is not present. It means this electric field does not depend on direction, dimension. Means that does not depend on distance. Electric field is constant because sigma is constant, epsilon naught is constant. It means this one is constant. This electric field is what? Constant. So that is a special knot. That is a special knot. The electric field due to the sheet, electric field produced due to large sheet does not depends on the distance. Okay, does not depends on the distance. Okay, if you consider this point P anywhere, consider this point P. Okay, and the distance of this point P from this is supposed to be R, but R is not present here. R is not present here, so this does not depends on a distance R. So it means it is a constant anywhere. What is the meaning? It means it is a constant anywhere. So from this concept, sometimes some special type of MCQs are asking in examination. So let's discuss one another note. If you have this type of large sheets, okay, 1, 2, suppose sheet P and sheet Q. Here the charge density is positive, sigma 1. Here the charge density is positive, sigma 2. Then find the electric field at point A, at point B, at point C. This type of questions were asked to us. Okay, find the electric field at point A, at point B, at point C. Then how we just find this electric field? See, so electric field at point A due to sheet P and due to sheet Q. Okay, so that's positive, so its electric field is away from it, away from the sheet. So this is the E due to P. Now this is also positive, so here again this one. So what is EA? So EA is equal to, both are in the same direction, it means summation EP plus EQ. Why? Because both are in a same direction. So what is EP? EP is a sigma 1 upon 2 epsilon naught plus sigma 2 upon 2 epsilon naught. That's a EA. Similar way, if you consider the B, then electric field due to P, it's away from the sheet, means in this direction. So that is EP. And due to this Q, it's in this direction. So at point B, that is EQ. So what is EB? अगर आपको EB फाइंड करना है तो अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में है, तो फिर EP माइनस EQ करना है. व्हाट इज दिस इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू दिस शीट? इट्स सिंपल वन, सिग्मा 1 अपॉन 2 एप्सिलॉन नॉट माइनस माइनस सिग्मा 2 अपॉन 2 एप्सिलॉन नॉट. तो ये हो गया EB. इसी तरह से आप EC भी फाइंड कर सकते हो. देखो P की वजह से इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड कहाँ पे आएगा? यहाँ पे. Q की वजह से इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड भी यहाँ पे आएगा. तो फिर EC क्या हो जाएगा? EC इज इक्वल, दोनों ही सेम डायरेक्शन में है, तो EP प्लस EQ. तो EC का आंसर हो गया सिग्मा 1 अपॉन 2 एप्सिलॉन नॉट प्लस सिग्मा 2 अपॉन 2 एप्सिलॉन. ओके, सो दिस इज द वन केस. And you just try to solve one problem by yourself in homework. So write down this one another problem statement. Suppose here the two sheets P and Q are present. First one is a positively charged, second one is a negatively charged. Here sigma 1, here the sigma, and here the charge density 2 sigma. Find the electric field at point A, B and C. Find electric field at point A, B and C. Okay, so that is second question is in homework. Second question is in homework. Okay, now if it is constant, then we write the last note. How we draw the electric field versus distance graph. So note number 1, note number 2, note number 3. E does not depends on R. If you draw the graph E versus R like this, then it does not depends on R, which means it is constant. Your graph is like this. Okay, here E is equal to constant. इस तरह से आप उसका ग्राफ ड्रॉ कर सकते, ठीक है. सो दिस आर द सम नोट्स अबाउट दिस स्पेशल टॉपिक्स. ओके, ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस नोट दिस theory in your books properly, then after we are go to this next one. Note it. Okay guys, let's see. We solve some example which based on application of a Gauss law from the textbook, example number 1.23. Let's see what is the statement. An infinite line charge produces a field. So what is this field due to infinite line charge? E is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 4 Newton per Coulomb. This much of electric field produced by the infinite line charge at a distance of 2 centimeter. So R is equal to what? 2 centimeter. Convert into meter. So 2 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Suppose you have a infinite line charge having some charge density lambda at some point P. What distance of this point? R. So electric field is produced. How much? E. This type of case given to us. Okay, now what we have to finding out? Charge density. Use this equation of electric field. Equation of electric field. E is equal to 2k lambda upon R. So what is lambda from this equation? So lambda is equal to E into R upon 2k. So everything is given to you. You just put the value here. K is equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9, constant. Okay, so remaining calculation is in homework. Okay, all of you guys note this example, then after we are go to this next one. Note it. Okay guys, let's solve one practice example based on the application of a Gauss law. Find the force on a dipole as shown in figure. So here this figure is given to us. and the q is equal to 2 into 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb. Now one infinite long wire is given to us, and in the field of this infinite wire one dipole is placed, plus q and minus q. Here this direction is considered as plus x and this direction is considered as a plus y. So generally electric field due to this wire is given like this, means in this direction, as we discussed in a previous session. Okay, so electric field is this one. Now how is this gives this electric field? So solution is electric field due to wire. Electric field due to wire, E is equal to 2k lambda upon r, and direction is what? Right now it is positive y. So this is the electric field. Now we have a two method to get this answer. Okay, first method is what? First method is this one. The force on this minus q is along this one, F minus. Okay, and force on a plus q is along this one, F plus. We get this force for now. So what is net force? So net force F net is equal to F plus F minus. Okay, so you just put here like this. What is F plus? Consider at this point electric field is E1 and at this point electric, or E minus or E plus. So what is F plus? So Q into E plus, and this is right hand side means I. Okay, and plus Q into E minus, मतलब यहाँ पे कितना फील्ड है, और लेफ्ट हैंड साइड है तो फिर माइनस है. आप इसमें वैल्यू रख के फाइंड कर सकते हो. दैट इज द फर्स्ट मेथड. Okay, this one is what? First method. Now that is a method number 1. Now what is method number 2? Dipole is put in a non-uniform electric field. So method 2, force on a dipole in a non-uniform field. Force on dipole, you just revise this concept we discussed in the previous sessions. Force on dipole in a non-uniform field. So mod F is equal to mod P dot D by dr. Okay, as we know, P dot D by dr. So now this both have a same direction, P and E both have a same direction. So let's we just write down only magnitude. Okay, then after we decide the direction, but right now you just put this one. So what is P? P as it is. So D by dr. What is E? 2k lambda upon r. So put here. So 2k lambda is constant. So P into 2k lambda in magnitude. What is the difference in magnitude? We write only magnitude. What is this differentiation of 1 upon r? That's minus 1 upon r square. So minus 1 upon r square. Put its magnitude. So force is equal to 2k lambda p upon r square. 2k lambda p upon r square. Now this force on minus q is greater than force on plus q. Why? Because here this field is stronger one, here this field is weaker one. So force on minus q is greater than force on plus q, means this net force is towards the wire. So this force direction is what? Towards the wire. तो आप ये फाइंड कर सकते हो इससे. तो आपका आप इसमें वैल्यू रख दो सब. Okay, so you getting this answer. Let's we write this value 2. 9 into 10 raised to 9. Lambda is what? 4 into 10 raised to minus 4 into P. P means dipole moment. What is P? P is equal to dipole moment. Dipole moment is what? 2aq. 2a means distance between this one, distance between the two charges. So this is called 2a. You just write all this data in terms of SI units. That's a 2 mm. That's what 2 mm. So 2 into 10 raised to minus 3. 2a into q. Q is equal to what? 2 into 10 raised to minus 8. 2 into 10 raised to minus 8. So this is the dipole moment. Divide by r square. So divide by r square. So r is approximately how much? R is generally considered from the center point. So that is what R. R is equal to 2 centimeter plus 1 mm. 1 mm is 0.1 mm, 2 centimeter plus 1 mm. Okay, so it is equal to 2 centimeter plus 1 mm. What is 2 centimeter plus 1 mm? That's 2.1 centimeter. So R is equal to what? 2.1. So suppose this answer, you just take approximate answer, then approximately 2. If you want approximate answer, you take approximately is equal to what? 2 centimeter. But right now suppose you put 2.1, so that's what? 2.1 into 10 raised to minus 2 square. ओके, अगर यहाँ पे आपको अप्रोक्सीमेट आंसर चाहिए तो फिर यहाँ पे 2 ही ले लो, तो फिर कैंसिल हो जाएगा, आपका आंसर आ जाएगा. ठीक है, सो यू जस्ट कैलकुलेट दिस आंसर इन होमवर्क. And what is the direction of this one? Towards the y. Okay, all of you guys note this, both this method in your books, then after we are go to this next one. Note it. Okay guys, let's see next example. Example number 2. If the particle shown in figure is at rest, then find the charge density of the large sheet. Suppose consider this is the large sheet. Here this particle is given to us. Let's consider sigma is equal to what? If it is rest means what? Rest means what? In equilibrium, F net is equal to 0. So which type of force applied on this particle? So downward force is what? Mg. If you balance this mg, then here another force due to on this charge is applied due to this sheet, and which one? That must be electrostatic force. It must be required in upward direction. So F electrostatics is an upward direction like this. So if this both these forces balanced to each other, then this particle is in rest. Okay, so if F net is 0, it means mg is equal to what? Fe. So put this value. So mg is equal to Fe is what? QE. Okay, and here which electric field is present? So here whatever this electric field is present is due to this sheet. What is this electric field of a sheet? So that is a sigma upon 2 epsilon naught. Then what is answer? Find the sigma. So sigma is equal to 2 epsilon naught into mg upon electrostatic field. Sorry, it is equal to, it is so upon, not upon, only this one. Okay, so answer is what? From this, sigma is equal to 2 epsilon naught into mg. This is for our final answer. Okay, so QE, sorry, here multiply by Q, my mistake. So divide by Q. So this much of sigma is required to balance this particle. Okay, someone different questions also ask in this case. Find the number of electron removed from this mass, removed from this particle. If you remove this electron, this charged particle becomes positive, as we discussed. This force is in this direction. It means this charge on this particle is what? Positive. So write some additional notes. Maybe this type of how much number of electrons removed from this particle. Okay, so number of electron removed from the particle, then you use Q is equal to any. Okay, यहाँ पे सपोज सिग्मा दी हुई है और Q अननोन है, ऐसा भी क्वेश्चन हो सकता है. सिग्मा इज नॉन राइट नाउ सपोज, एंड Q अननोन है तो फिर ए भी अननोन होगा, तो पहले इसमें से आप Q फाइंड कर लो अगर सिग्मा नॉन है तो, और इसमें n नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन है तो फिर क्या करो, इजी n इज इक्वल टू Q अपॉन E, आप ऐसे फाइंड कर सकते हो. ओके, नाउ ऐसा भी क्वेश्चन हो सकता है, हाउ मच मास इज रिमूव फ्रॉम दिस पार्टिकल, how much mass is removed from this particle. So this particle is comes to rest. So if number of electron इतने हैं तो टोटल कितना मास रिमूव हुआ होगा? मास रिमूव्ड m dash is equal to mass of electron into n. ओके, एक इलेक्ट्रॉन का मास m ही है तो n इलेक्ट्रॉन का कितना होगा? m इलेक्ट्रॉन into n. तो ऐसा भी क्वेश्चंस आपको पूछ सकते हैं. ठीक है, इसको वर्टिकल भी रख सकते हैं. देखो इस तरह की एडिशनल नोट से कोई एडिशनल लिखते हैं, ऐसे भी प्लेट को रख सकते हैं. ठीक है, पॉजिटिव सपोज, और यहां से किसी बोब को ऐसे रख दिया, इसका मास कितना है m. Now you just supplied some charge to this bob q, then there is some repulsive force is produced. So due to this repulsive force, this bob is moves away from the sheet. Then what happen if it is moves away? Then this type of situation is occur. See, plus plus everywhere. Then question is what, find this theta. ऐसा भी क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, ठीक है. तो इसका मास कितना है m, तो डाउनवर्ड फोर्स mg. हाउ मच चार्ज इज गिवन टू दिस वन? सो दिस फोर्स इज व्हाट, qe. व्हाट इज दिस फोर्स? qe. सो टेंशन हो गया t. टेंशन कितना हो गया t. एंगल कितना है थीटा. सो दिस फोर्स इज t cos थीटा, दिस फोर्स इज t साइन थीटा. सो आपको थीटा फाइंड करना है, तो फिर आप यूज करो tan थीटा, साइन अपॉन कॉस. इट्स मीन्स QE अपॉन mg, QE अपॉन mg. इसकी वैल्यू रख दो, Q upon mg as it is. What is E due to this plate? If this charge density is supposed to be sigma, then E is equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon. आप ऐसे भी कोई क्वेश्चंस आपको पूछ सकते हो, ठीक है. So these are the different problem which is based on this in case of plate. As we discussed in theory session, electric field produced by the sheet infinite means larger sheet is a sigma upon 2 epsilon if it is non-conducting. Okay, we discuss about conducting sheet later on. Okay, before we are just going to this next one, all of you guys note this.